What's good, y'all? So let's talk about this, man. New digital ID will be mandatory to work in the UK. I remember, you guys, distinctly around 2010, us having these conversations around the holidays, right? So around your Thanksgivings and around your Christmas Eves, in rooms where I'm the only melanated, quote unquote, black person in the room, right? At family members' houses, everybody else is white. We having these conversations. And there was people that was, in tune with the conversation, flies on the wall, people just listening, people engaging, right? But throughout time, things had to be revealed, right? So they call the apocalypse, is the unveiling of the truth. Things that's pushed in our faces, TV, social media, sports. These are things, mindless entertainment, just to keep us at bay. For years, we've been saying this, and people have been saying these people crazy. And now, think about it. 15 years ago, a person would have said, "Oh, we're gonna have cars that's gonna drive people around, and there's not gonna be anybody in the driver's seat." If we watch the movie, I'm old enough, the cartoons, the Jetsons, things of that nature. What's my point? This is the mark of the beast, y'all. This is the beast system. Total control. That's what they want. They want total control. What's our solution, y'all? Because if it's happening in the UK, you know damn well that they roll it out in one place. They do their test runs. They see how much control they can have. And for the most part, you see an uprising in the UK, you know what I mean? But how is that going to play out in the United States? And this is the thing. It's not if it's going to happen, it's when. Let's say, they test run it in the UK for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. So that means we got about 20 years. Isn't it crazy that they're doing all of these things centered around 2030? I want you to go look up the 2030 agenda. 2030 agenda. They're doing all these things around the 2030 agenda. They got CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, or even stable coins. They're going to push us into that, because what's going to happen one day where there is no fiat currency, no paper money? That system was a lie too. They fed us that lie, saying that, that cash is king. Cash was never king. The assets were the king that printed you the cash for you to be like a kid in a candy store. As long as you got assets, it's going to keep printing you cash, and you keep living how you want to live. You got the wealthiest people that have all the assets that say cash is nothing. You go look up the Grant Cardones. Go look up the Robert Kiyosaki's. It doesn't matter how you feel about these people. You got to realize that if they have all the assets that's print all this money, and they say this paper money's worthless. In fact, go back and look at, and I'll get back to digital IDs. He said go back and do your research on the book and the author of the book, The Creature from Jekyll Island. Most people don't even know about that book. The Creature from Jekyll Island. Go look that up, The Creature from Jekyll Island. It talks about the inception of the banking system, the banking cartel, the Federal Reserve. Most people know about your Rockefellers and Rothschilds and things of that nature. These are all the people that are the shadow governments that's behind this Federal Reserve, the banking cartel, the Carnegies, right? These families, the Rockefellers. Isn't it crazy that they're ushering all of these things in with Agenda 2030, which is not only CBDC, central bank digital currencies, it's comprised of the 15-minute cities. It's comprised of, stable coins, 15-minute cities, digital IDs, total lockdown and total control. One thing, I think this was from a I don't know if it was William Cooper or if it was the other guy, John Maxwell. Go look those dudes up. I think it was John Maxwell, but or it was somebody he was interviewing, and he said that it doesn't matter how much they try to make you slip subtly into their control. They want you to feel pacified. They want you to feel at bay and calm.
And that is why today I am announcing this government will make a new free of charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work by the end of this Parliament. Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID. It's as simple as that.
Their agenda is always the same. They always are going to continue to push for more and more control. They don't care about giving these couple little billionaires, right, their little money to get them out the way, because that's the way you control them. Give them what they want. You know what I mean? They got, name your billionaires. That's anywhere from 1 billion to 10 billion. Just give them enough to get them out the way. Now they'll take care of themselves. I wanted to really touch up on and talk about this digital ID because it's been, think about it, it's 2025. I was speaking about this in 2006, excuse me, to 2010. These were the times for years we was talking about this, and man, y'all, that conspiracy stuff again. Here goes the rollout of what we was talking about. So how early were we? 2010 would have been 15 years, so it was almost 20 years, 19 to 20 years. No, between 15 and 19 years ahead. Because I was open-minded enough to go, let me listen to this white man, aka Alex Jones and John C. Maxwell, William Cooper, who they said was the real Alex Jones. He was the one that was unwilling to shake and to fold and to be a part of this beast system. But I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I just know that I had to be open-minded enough to start learning, like the apocalypse, the unveiling of the truth. My conscience, everything was lifted. All the lies was lifted. I said, oh man. And I got angry. For the first couple of years, I was just enraged. Why would the government do this to our children? Because once we sign them birth certificates, they no longer are ours. We're raising them up, you know what I'm saying? But we signing them over to this beast system. I could sit and I could talk about these things for days and weeks and months. But I think the ultimate thing that we need to be deciding is, what are we going to do? There's a lot of melanated brothers and sisters, families, with their children leaving the United States. If anybody is honest, you will realize and you will know this. Systematic, right? I'm not talking about white people. I'm talking about the system. This beast system has never loved melanated people at all. Make sure you smash on the like button for what I just said. There's white people that have total admiration and love for me. But I know the system was designed. You know, y'all realize that police officers, their inception was to go out and round up slaves, to keep the slaves controlled. That's what the police officers started as. So when you say the system has love for, the system has never loved us, ever. This video is not about race. It's about what can we do as a human collective moving forward, because this beast system is not going to rest. It's not going to stop. They want to continue to maintain control over my one with the sun, dark-skinned ass, and your, if you are watching this video and you are of the other shade, they want to maintain control over all of us. They give us racism to keep us controlled. They give us money. They give us these things, these material things. What do? How many of y'all is like, yeah, we live in the United States? If you're in a different country, a lot of brothers and sisters, kings and queens, families, whole black families is leaving the United States, quote unquote, black terms that was given to us by this beast system. Leaving the United States, and they're going over to Southeast Asia, to Vietnam and Laos. They're leaving. They out of here. Some of y'all like, man, we're going off the grid. We're going to the countryside. But eventually they gonna come for that too. Y'all know that what I'm saying is true. They coming for everything. They coming for everything. You got old Billy Gates buying up all the farmland in America. You got the Chinese trying to buy up and fight for all the other land. These are things that we need to be discussing on an open platform. F the conspiratorial titles. It's real and it's happening in real time. I want y'all to know that I do these videos out of love, man. Not to put any type of fear on anybody, but it's time for us to get ready in any way that we can. What's the solutions, man? Some information in the comment section for y'all to connect with me. As fresh, this is Guerrilla Hustle. This is just about networking and building a network of like-minded people. Listen, let's find the solutions to our challenges in this world. I want y'all to know that I love y'all, man. I'm not here to be separated or divided from anybody based on your spiritual background. I grew up in a Baptist church, but I know that the Most High is real. I know that the Creator is real, whether you call it Yeshua, you call it the universe, whatever you consider it. I know that it exists. Something had to create. Something keeps that sun coming up every rising. After dusk, that sun comes up every day. Ain't no humans doing that. Ain't no science doing that. That's cosmic science. So y'all make sure y'all connect with me, man. It's going to be some phone numbers, information to connect with me. Other information to get locked into the Patreon, you guys, for everything about cryptocurrency. Listen, I'm about decentralization. I'm not about that beast system. I don't even want to participate with the stable coins and them locking us down. But you know what? Paper money. Let me tell y'all something. You're looking at a very intelligent, very educated brother. Paper money, that system was never set up to be sustainable. They sold us that lie. We're learning everything from the system, so how can we believe anything that they're saying? But I know that decentralization is going to give power back to us. Some people not going, they're like, I don't want nothing to do with that crypto. Okay, cool. But for the people that do, hit me up, get locked into the Patreon, come in at the highest level, and we're going to go from there, man. You know, I keep talking about this forever, man. This digital ID shit is crazy. It's crazy. I love y'all, man.